Welcome to Show Jumping Life. I'm David Portner, and I'm here at the $100,000 Longines FEI World Cup Jumping in Del Mar. And we're asking riders, how do you ensure your horse peaks for an important competition like this?
I think there's so many factors that go into these horses that have to come together on a day like today for the Grand Prix. And I think every horse is different, but I think every day is different. I think what we focus on today might be different than what we focus on for tomorrow's class, as to how the horse feels yesterday, how it's been the previous week.
So it's a lot of feel.
There's a lot of feel. There's a lot of different factors involved in it. And I think you really have to be a horseman and listen to your horse and come up with the recipe that's going to work for that day.
I would have to say that is very horse dependent. Mm-hmm. Overall, I want my horses to be relaxed and very comfortable. Different ones, I like different energy levels out of them. So some of them maybe need to do a little more work in the morning of the class or something like that. But like leading up to it, it's about confidence and feeling like they just really know their job and that we don't have to do a lot of practice once we're here. It's leave it to what they know. They need to know it by the time they arrive here.
I don't know if there's a certain formula for it. My horses, I just do by feel a little bit, try to decide which classes will be the best to have them prepared and have them as fit and as sound as possible. We work a little bit backwards, try to have a goal, and then figure out a timeline from there.
I mean, it all boils down to knowing your horse, and you got to know your horse and how it responds. And if it's feeling a little bit down, what you need to do to get it to where you need, and if it's too excited, you know what you need to do to get it to where it's just all about knowing your horse
and getting it right for that, just for today.
Correct.
Great.
It's very important to know your horse and know your team, and my horse in particular, she's a bit unique. She has her own sort of style and way of going. She actually doesn't take a lot of training because of how she is. So we just keep her fit, keep her relaxed, keep her calm. My barn manager Beto actually does most of her riding during the week. She really doesn't practice or jump very much in between horse showing. So she's a little bit out of the ordinary with the training program. But the main thing is just making sure that they're mentally and physically happy.
Yeah, it's coming up in the training. We focus on this and plan out which shows you're going to go and see before, and then depends on your horse. You want to make sure that your horse really is strong and healthy and plan the classes you have to do before.
Absolutely. Well, the horse I brought here pumped up kicks. The big thing for him is being relaxed. So we really try and work on his flat work. He gets a lot of time out in the grass paddock before he comes. And the day of, just doing some basic flat work, make sure he's relaxed and ready to go in the ring.
Specifically, I would say not showing too much this week. Only one class, only the qualifier, right, in which he jumped very good. He had a rail down. I had very, very good feeling on him, I must say. We had an unlucky rail, but he is feeling very good, so I'm pretty confident. We try to get a good result today.
So you definitely wanted to not maybe work them too hard a couple of weeks before. I mean, you want to have them really nice and fit, and then I would normally take it a little bit easier. I mean, just do the classes I need to ride up to it, but make sure they're really nice and fit and strong and great and ready for the event.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
First, I make sure that I have a good flat work and a good connection with the horses, and keep in touch with my trainer so I can have like the maximum, the movement and the impulsion and all that connection all together to compete well in these classes.
But at home, we don't jump in much, mostly jogging, keep him light. And then, we might give him just a little sharpener before the class, a little gymnastic or something, like right before the jog. So he just has a horse like that. It's like you set up something just to get him thinking about his legs. Yeah. And I think that he remembers for the horse show. He's a smart horse. He's not green. So I don't know. My thought is if you have an older seasoned horse, don't over jump him, don't over show him, and use the element of surprise. Like I try to walk the first round a day and I'll think about where I could turn inside and kind of shock him with the jumps instead of be in his mouth the whole way. Use the jumps to slow him down.
This video is sponsored by Old Dominion Saddlery. Fine used French saddles for less.